but I think I'll just start the game. The settings should be right. So we have Bambi versus Eagle's Revenge. Yeah, I will focus on the chat as well. Alright, so in the blue we have Bambi. And I will just go turn off this very annoying music, and hopefully, yeah, something like this. Alright. So, in the blue we have Bambi with, I'd say, a decent map. Gold in the back, wood in the back. The berries are slightly exposed, but not too bad. In the red we have Eagle's Revenge. Forward golds, forward deer, back berries, but two nice wood lines fairly close. So decent maps for both AIs. Yeah, I did download the last version. I did that before the disaster stream start earlier, so no reason to worry there. And Bambi is taking in its first boar, so I guess this is the test of the recent update. And everything seems to be working fine. Good job, Bambi. On the other side, Eagle's Revenge has also gotten its first boar. So, I'm not very familiar with the inner workings of these AIs, but as far as I remember, Eagle's Revenge is a bit like my tutorial AI in that it's going for one unit and one unit only, and that should be Eagle Warriors. So, as far as I know, it will do fast castle eagles every single game, and just spam 1 TC full eagles. Bambi, on the other hand, I think it has quite a bit of different strategies to go for. I think Interlepus said that Vietnamese wasn't one of its strongest civs overall. I'd imagine it would go for some ranged unit combinations, but hopefully it will do some adapting if it meets only eagles. We will see. And I'll just check the chat as well. Yeah. Interlepus is saying it's gonna boom first. That may be true. I'll keep the screen here, and I will try to get some epic music going. Alright. So, can people type in the chat if they hear the music, and if it's too loud also? Alright, I will turn it down then. Is this better? I can also turn up the microphone instead. Alright, great. So, let's see. Bambi has gone to its berries. Still only one lumber camp. Basically the same for Eagle's Revenge, though it has built quite a bit of more farms, which it will need for its fast castle attempt. Does not seem like any AI has shown an interest in the deer yet. I am not aware of how to check the resources and stuff of the opposing AI. Maybe SD can write in the chat some secret hack to do that. Eagle's Revenge is transitioning to gold. So is Bambi. So far, fairly similar builds. Yeah, and I would say both AIs would really benefit from having some direct unit control, sending villagers to its farms instead of sending every single villager to berries before. It's fairly easy to do, and it's a lot more efficient. Obviously it's not that big of a deal, but over the course of the game, those things add up. Both AIs has run out of berries. Bambi has gone feudal. Eagle's Revenge will obviously delay feudal to go fast castle a bit quicker. It seems like Bambi is going scouts, and it has actually milled its deer rather nicely, so it should have plenty of food for the scouts, though it's not creating any. Not sure if it's decided to go fast castle here. I think this building is placed with the build line command. I think that's the only way you can build this close to the trees. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Bambi is trying to do here. It's not doing army, but it is doing its eco upgrades, which you normally wouldn't do in a fast castle build. Okay, SD says it doesn't use build line. I don't know how this happened then. So yeah, Bambi will do a like semi-fast castle it seems, but I am a bit worried for Bambi, because it's probably gonna be up later than the Eagle spam will hit. I would assume that Eagle's Revenge is on its way up at this moment. Control Shift F2 to see player 2. Do you have to have cheats on to see player 2 or something? I'm pressing Control Shift F2, but nothing happens, so I would imagine that some setting needs to be on, which isn't. Well, anyway, the first eagles are approaching. Bambi built one scout, but yeah, this looks a bit scary. Unless it can master a lot of knights very shortly, I think this will be a rather short game. It's trying to add skirms, and now militia. The militia could work. So far the Eagles doesn't have any... oh, now it just got its first defense upgrades. Without those the Mills actually do fairly well against them, but now it's another story. Yeah, so Bambi is not really reacting too well here. It's trying to do too many things at once. Trying to boom and make scouts and skirms and militia and spears. The best thing here would probably be to just full commit on knights or men-at-arms. Yeah, if Bambi doesn't change anything, it's gonna be overrun very soon. But it really needs to upgrade to men-at-arms if you want to go for militia line units. They get a lot of bonus damage after those upgrades. Yeah, it's just an all-in from Eagle's Revenge, but there's not really much to say here. All of Bambi's eco is idle. The Eagles still don't have +2, but I don't really see this going anywhere but Bambi dying. So, I guess I can give it a minute or something, and then I'll call the admin win. Bambi is down to 17 villagers and 1 scrum. Yeah, I think I'll just call it here. So, about a 3 minutes, no, 2.5 minutes difference in castle age time, combined with trying to do a bit too much of everything and not building units in feudal age, cost Bambi the game. So I will update the score. Alright. And prepare for game 2. And SD, maybe you can give a new Civ for Bambi. Alright. Well, let's go then. So, hopefully Bambi can show a bit more of what it does here. We have Bambi with what I would actually say is a very good map here. No important resources forward, really. The berries are to the side, where the opponent isn't, and the gold and the deer is in the back, and we have sort of 2 backwood lines and 1 in the front. Eagle's Revenge, like also a fairly good map. And YouTube has ads, apparently. There we go. Yeah, fairly good map, but slightly more forward gold here, I'd say. Taking its first boar. I'll just check if the, yeah, Control Shift F2 works now. Alright, so Bambi built quite an unnecessarily far lumber camp here, but it might actually be good if the Eagle's Revenge can't find the villagers down here. And Bambi has taken his firstborn. Maybe a bit late if he wants to do a fast feudal, but as long as he takes it, should be good. And for some reason Bambi's vills are chopping some weird trees here. It's actually quite problematic. This is very inefficient. It's gonna delay its wood collection quite a bit. Not sure if it's DUC or the game engine that's causing this. Maybe Antilepus can let us know. So far, nothing spectacular happening besides these two. And I guess this time Bambi's bowler wasn't as pretty. Hopefully the builds will only have to walk once or twice. But yeah, a bit more sloppy feudal age this time from Bambi. Eagle's Revenge looking a bit more efficient. Still, would be better to have these two farms occupied, but not that bad. Seems like all of the natural animals has been found now. Bambi is slightly ahead in food collection. Let's see if it's going up now. It is, so that's a fast feudal from Bambi probably. And it's going to gold, which could indicate archers or men-at-arms. I think it has a bit too few on wood to go archers here. A lot on food. So yeah, this could be men-at-arms. I'm not sure if that's something Bambi does. Yeah, and Antilepus is saying that he doesn't do any DUC for his lumbervilles, but maybe it's a leaky DUC then, because I don't think I've seen this happen without the use of DUC. But I don't know. Probably costs about 60, 70 wood, I would guess. This kind of chopping. Maybe even more. That's 2 villagers. Maybe like 100. Alright, so very similar strategy for Bambi here. Seems it's going scouts. Not sure why it's taking gold then, but... And if we look at Eagle's Revenge, it's going up to Feudal Age now. It might need some extra vills on gold. Otherwise, or maybe it'll just build a market and sell the stone. I'd imagine that's very likely as well. It shouldn't have any problem collecting the food at least. So Bambi is starting to kill the eagle here, which is good. And it did decide to actually build scouts this game. So we might have more of a fair match here. Though it will need to attack relatively soon, because it was quite late up to Feudal for going scouts, and Eagle's Revenge will most likely be going Castle Age when Real Barrow has researched. So I would say now Bambi has like a 3-minute timing window where it can do damage, and after that it'll probably be too many eagles to take efficient fights in Eagle's Revenge base. Alright, so we have Bambi attacking here. Unfortunately, it's attacking the TC as the first, or near the TC. And it doesn't appear to have any TC avoidance. Yeah. So it killed 2 villagers, maybe 2 or 3, I think, for 4 or 5 scouts. I don't think it's enough damage, unfortunately. The eagle spam has begun. Bambi is still building scouts here, but it's got 2 scouts, a 3rd coming, a 4th coming. So it might hold up a little better this time, but against Castle Age eagles, scouts with just foraging are gonna struggle in equal numbers. So we have the Eagle Warrior upgrade and the +1 armor upgrade coming. I don't think it has enough resources for any more upgrades as of now. And we see it has 4 eagles so far, 2 more coming. Bambi has 4 scouts. And it seems Bambi has stopped scout production and is trying to go Castle Age now. I think unless Eagle's Revenge throws away a lot of eagles now, I don't see how Bambi can defend this. It's still quite a while away from being Castle Age. And unfortunately for Bambi, Eagle's Revenge is targeting the perfect area here. And since Eagle's Revenge has gotten the first armor upgrade, the Vills aren't really packing that much of a punch against the Eagles. Bambi is still ahead in Wills, but it's also behind by Castle Age, which is approximately 5 or 6 Wills, I think. And on top of that, I don't think Bambi has Wheelbarrow, which Eagle's Revenge has, so it's probably like 4 Wills behind at this point, Bambi. And it started scout production again, which means it delayed its castle time. So it seems a bit tricky for Bambi to get a castle age this game if it keeps producing food intensive units. And unfortunately it's fighting with its units one at a time here. Eagle's Revenge is beginning to add siege here, hoping to close the game out early. Yeah, I think Bambi needs a bit of a bit more, how do you say it? It needs to commit a bit more to one strategy, I think. So either commit to fast castle or to produce a certain kind of unit which counters the enemy, and then wait before it attacks with its military to do sort of a timing push, because it's taking a lot of inefficient fights here with inefficient units. I think even just 4 men-at-arms could fight this off. So yeah, it seems like this game is gonna end somewhat like the last one. I'll just check the chat here. Alright. Doesn't seem like there was anything in the chat for me. But yeah, it's looking very dire here for Bambi, who has fully invested into military at this point. So it doesn't look like it will get to Castle Age this game. It actually researched men-at-arms though, which is probably the best thing it can do here, but at this point it's behind by 20 bills. Yeah, and the men-at-arms numbers simply aren't high enough when it fights with a few units at a time, so I think it's about time to call this game. With Eagle's Revenge being Castle Age and soon to have triple the population, I think we can call it here. So I will update the score. And try to do the same with the brackets if I can. GG. Alright. Then I will prepare for the next set.